Assalamu alaikum. In this video, we learn about fasting in Islam. Fasting is defined as no food, drink, or sexual relation from before first light of dawn until the setting of the sun. Fasting is a private act of worship bringing about nearness to God as well as discipline and means to empathize with the use of fortunate. The fast is broken at end of the day with prayer and festive meal called an iftar. Customary to visit family and friends following the iftar, while dates and milk have a religious root as fast breaking foods. All Muslims who have reached the age of puberty, who are of sound mind and who have good health must fast, which is usually around age 10 and 14 for girls and 12 and 16 for boys. According to the Hijri calendar, Muslims fast the obligatory and voluntary days, which are: first, the 29 13 days of Ramadan month Fard. Second is the 6th day of Shawwal. Third is Mondays and Thursday. Fourth is the days of Arafah. Fifth is the 15th and 14th and fifth is the 13th and 14th and 15th days of the lunar month. Sixth is days of Ashura, 9th and 10th day of Muharram. Break the fasting. In a health emergency, one can break their fast. Muslims can break their fast. Fasting in mean to be a spiritual challenge, but not a threat to one's health. Those adults who are ill, traveling, menstruating, or experiencing postnatal bleeding, or experience a medical condition wherein fasting would cause harm are excused from fasting on either make up the fast later in the year or feed on the needy, a charitable expulsion. Fasting rules in Islam. Muslims fast on every day Ramadan, which is 29-30 days long. Muslims eat a pre-dawn meal called suhoor or sahar. Muslims break their fast with a meal called iftar after sunset. Fasting every day of the year. A married woman keeping a voluntary fast without her husband's permission. Don't eating, drinking, arguing, sexual intercourse, and smoking during the hours of fasting. Permissible activities during fasting. First is taking bath or shower, using perfumes, wearing contact lens or using eye drops, taking injections of having blood test. It is actually haram, prohibited to fast Eid days. The Muhammad Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam say in hadith, forbade fasting on the day of Allah Eidul Adha 3 days, Eidul Fitr, Friday, except on certain circumstances. Miss the fast induction, all by break the fast must pay kufara, which is the value of feeding 60 peoples for each day missed. Next is Niyah. Niyah is the intention to fast during Ramadan, and it's a fundamental requirement for a valid fast. As a form of religious obligation for overcoming their lust and desires within a reasonable limit so that one can control oneself. Muslims avoid swearing, lying, fighting, and arguing, displeasing speech and behavior from dawn until dusk. who is exempt from fasting. Young children, the elderly, sick people, and people traveling long distance. But if you miss a fast, you can make the fast later in the year. You can pay fidya, a charitable donation that covers the cost of feeding one person for one day. If you intentionally break your fast, you must pay kufara, which is the value of feeding 60 people for each day missed. Next is Ramadan. Welcome to Ramadan. The holy month of Ramadan is the 9th month in the Islamic lunar calendar. It is a month of fasting, worship, and service, communal gathering, and spiritual development. Fasting in Ramadan is one of the 5 pillars of Islam. Since there are 12 lunar months, it is in which believed that the Holy Quran was sent down from heaven as a guidance for men and women, a declaration of direction and a means of salvation. During Ramadan, many Muslims go to mosque and spend several hours praying in addition to the 5 daily prayers that are parts of care of Islam. Muslims recite a special prayer called Taraweeh prayer, night prayer. On the evening of the last 10 days of Ramadan, Muslims observe a special night called Laylatul Qadr, sometimes referred to as the night of power. It is believed that Muhammad Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam first received the Holy Quran on this night. At the end of the Ramadan, Eid al-Fitr celebrates the breaking the fast. Friends and families gathered for festive meals and exchange gifts. Special gifts are also given to the poor. It is called Zakat al-Fitr. The social aspects of fasting in Ramadan is that the whole atmosphere is permeated with religious piety and devotion to Allah. Inshallah, Ramadan will be approximately March 1 and 13, 2025. Fasting times in 2025 are between approximately 5 a.m. and 5:30 p.m. and the beginning of Ramadan, and 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. the end of Ramadan. Allah blessing we all. Please subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching.